Their objective has been to combat for the lives of individuals for a period of 45 years. Physicians at the emergency medical hospital in Minsk and beyond operate 24/7, and typically specialists have mere seconds to make critical decisions that can ultimately determine the fate of someone's life. About non-stop coverage assistance by Victoria Sharkova.
Dad, I love you. A child's drawing with a heart, and these words hangs by the bed of a young man. Admitted to the hospital with 95% lung damage. Inhaled a mixture of metals. He cannot breathe on his own. Now his life depends on an artificial lung ventilation machine. The injured have been on ECMO for over 100 days. This method was recently used in the emergency care station. The device saturates blood with oxygen, allowing time for lungs or heart to recover their own function.
The patient is conscious, and at present, a massage therapist and a therapeutic exercise instructor are working with him, restoring the patient despite the fact that all his vital functions are currently being supported by a machine at this very moment in time. The patient is conscious, he is talking to us, relatives come to him who support him in this situation.
The history of all diseases starts here, in the admissions department. The flow of people here never ceases for a minute. BSMP is the only department in the country with a reported injury. Here come patients who have simultaneous injuries to limbs, brain, and internal organs.
From 250 to 500 come to us per day 300 people. This amounts to about 70,000 patients per year. 45% of these patients are in hospital. This totals around 35,000 sick people. The rest is sent to outpatient care or transferred to other facilities if needed.
While doctors deal with some, emergency teams bring in new patients. Often people come on their own or by referral from a polyclinic. One of them is a patient with suspected myocardial infarction. To prevent it from developing, the victim is sent straight to the operating room from the emergency department. A clot was found and removed. There are thousands of examples of salvation.
In our clinic, around 4,500 heart attack patients and over 2,500 stroke patients are being treated. Many of them will pass through this office. For example, over the past year, 1,500 such studies have been conducted, during which almost 1,600 patient stands have been installed.
The largest department not only in Minsk but also in the whole of Belarus. In 20 rooms, over 50 surgical interventions are performed daily, and most of them are emergency. Often, the treatment of such patients requires blood transfusion. In the city transfusion center of the BSMU, there is a sufficient amount of blood components stored. This makes the clinic autonomous in an emergency situation.
At least 4 or 5 operating rooms are open daily, only for emergency operations. There is help in neurosurgical situations with 2 operating rooms available for assistance. Assistance with diseases related to organs, specifically biliary tract and gallbladders. There is aid for injuries traumatological operative. There are a total of 4 of them.
To work in the emergency medical care station, one must be a highly skilled and focused MD. The team is just like that, and it's not easy to join, said the chief doctor, Olga Svetlitskaya. She is in the interdepartmental group set up by the President's order. One of the main tasks was to eliminate personnel problems and ensure proper work of doctors in rural areas, bringing order to the industry.
We have already visited approximately 1,500 different institutions. Of course, talented doctors who want to learn attract attention. And individuals from the monitoring group who work in different institutions willingly extend invitations to these colleagues, inviting them for training at their respective clinical sites. Frequently, it alters and enhances perspectives on contemporary medicine. It brings up these doctors towards high technologies. Well, of course, this naturally leads to improving the provision of medical care in the regions.
Frequently, treatment requests for highly severe patients are received from colleagues nationwide, and there has never been a case where someone was denied. Almost 2,000 employees work in the largest multi-profile hospital. Each of them, without advertising their achievements, contributes to the daily saving of lives. Victoria Sharkova and Andrei Gradoboyev News Agency.